Okay, so one of my absolute must-have apps that I load first time on a phone, new Mac, new phone, doesn't matter, is Warp. And I'm going to take you through how to install it, and then I'm going to explain to you how and why I use it. So you literally just open a browser and you go to 1.1.1.1. That's 4 ones. And it'll redirect you to the word 1.1.1.1. You can get it off the App Store if you have an iPhone, Google Play if you have an Android, Mac, Windows, Linux is all there. So I'm going to do Mac. It's going to download for me quickly, right? And then once it's downloaded, you're going to start installing it. So the installation is quite simple. It's like 3 or 4 clicks. You insert your password. Cool. And now Warp is done and installed. So essentially what you have now is this little window pops up over here, and there's no account to create. You don't put your email in. You don't have to sign up to anything. You literally install it, and then you turn it on, and you connect it. It's that simple. What it now does is essentially it takes all your traffic on your laptop and it tunnels it to Cloudflare. So this has a couple advantages. One, it encrypts all your traffic on the local network. So if you're at home, your traffic on your local network is encrypted. If you're at work, it's encrypted. If you're working in public coffee shops or anywhere on anybody else's Wi-Fi, nobody can snoop the traffic. Nobody can intercept your traffic. It's all encrypted point to point from your laptop to Cloudflare. Secondly, your ISP can't see the traffic, right? So like once it leaves your home router, the ISP generally can see and has visibility to the traffic. You can see what you're doing. And often they can take that data, they can sell that data. So using Warp, that traffic is encrypted right across all the way to Cloudflare. Thirdly, because it's encrypted to Cloudflare and then they drop off the traffic on their network, it gives you better internet performance. It gives you better routes. So if you're accessing a service that is already hosted on Cloudflare, so like anything like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, a lot of those services use Cloudflare for caching. A lot of websites, a lot of applications and developers use Cloudflare for caching. If that data is already cached on their network, you have quicker access to it, right? So everything loads quicker. You'll see a performance improvement. If the resource you're accessing is not on Cloudflare's network, Cloudflare will give you the most efficient route to get from your computer through their network to the website or the resource that you're trying to get to, right? So they have multiple providers, they have multiple sort of backhauls and backbones around the world. They have about 300 terabytes of capacity. So they literally can get to anything quicker than any other ISP on the face of the earth. And you can scale up your sort of Cloudflare and your Warp. You can scale up to Warp, Warp Plus, Zero Trust, and Zero Trust Paid. And like if you're a corporate customer, or if you wanted to, you could create a free Cloudflare account, go and turn your Warp into Zero Trust, and then they give you different, or they prioritize those differently in the case of an outage. So in the event of an outage, like if there's a massive cable break like we have in Africa sometimes, then Zero Trust Paid gets the highest priority, then Zero Trust, then Warp Plus, and then Warp. And so depending on the level you're on, you're kind of almost guaranteed good bandwidth in an outage. Your ISP might not have it, their cables get cut, they lose international connectivity. Through Cloudflare, you kind of bypass all of that and you're guaranteed to be on a good network. So that is hands down the single application I install on every machine. I run on my phone, I run on my laptop, and I convince everybody I know to install Warp on their machines.